the main challenge that your organizations deal with the refugee communities?
Well, obviously language and not being able to speak to anyone is a massive, great big barrier. But also what they face is often trauma from the country that they've come from. They've had a terrible time to get here. So a lot of suffering from post-traumatic stress. They're in a place where they have no knowledge about where to go to for help. So what we're finding is that when they get here, they're more and more isolated and marginalised.
Obviously, financially, often, if you can imagine, their money might be stuck in a bank, or financially, if you did even have cash, the likelihood is that your country's inflation rates are probably so extreme that whatever cash you did have is reduced to virtually nothing, and so on.
If they're in a hotel, if I'm not wrong, they get £7 a week.
That's right.
Per person. And I would like to invite our viewers for you to think, if you are a parent, if you have a family, what would you do with £7 a week? To buy your food, to buy your toiletries, to buy your clothes, to have a little bit of leisure. And you just said that, just for all of the audience to understand, they're not allowed to work.
They're not allowed to work during that time,
Wow.
So whilst many of them will want to come here and be able to contribute to the local economy, to the local community, they're placed in this state of limbo for what should only be hopefully a number of months, but actually very often can become protracted out into years, where they are sitting there with their family, not being able to really get on with the next stage of their lives because no decision has been made as to their application. Obviously, once they've got their status and have become refugees, that's a whole different challenge that they're facing, because they then have to make sure that they're sorted out for a house or accommodation. They're also trying to move on to things like universal credit or getting a job, and so on and so forth. So there's lots of different challenges once they've even got their status.
Since September, we've seen a 62% increase in footfall of people who are asylum seekers.
62%.
The primary reason for the spike that we have recorded is that people are being given status and then not being discharged into the community within 7 days.
Wow.
Just yesterday, I had a parent call me and say, I finally got my settled status. I got my indefinite leave to remain. She sent me a letter which stated that within 28 days, she's going to be cut off from all of the support she has had so far. And she has to leave the household where she is now with her young daughter. And she did not know where to turn.